Hello, thanks for joining me, astrologer Patrick Arundell, for your astrological overview for week commencing the 9th of June. Two planets are in retrograde as this week begins. Of course, Mercury began its journey last week in Cancer, but the deep and passionate zodiac influence of Scorpio has been, of course, hosting Saturn. But this week a third planet starts to rewind in the shape of Neptune in its home zone of Pisces. This begins on Tuesday. Remember, Neptune is about dreams, and this can be in a positive or more negative context. Dreams are a good thing to have, but if we have unrealistic expectations, we just end up getting our dreams crushed. So whilst it's in retrograde, for the next 6 months or so, it is going to be important to try to be very realistic in terms of the part of your horoscope it affects, and to know which, in terms of your zodiac sign, tune into your individual video for this week. But Mercury does continue that rewind in Cancer. But despite this, I think the most important influence this week actually involves Saturn, and that is going to be in opposition with Venus for the whole of this week. This is quite tough going. If there is a relationship in your world which is not going very well, it can, under the influence of this particular aspect, come to a close. And this can be quite harsh and quite difficult to deal with. Yet there is a contradiction, because Venus is actually forging in the first half of this week a continually great angle to Pluto, which points towards relationships that are evolving, getting stronger, can actually become the bedrock of your situation. So no one who's truly right for you or a true asset in your world is going to leave it. But if there is a chink around one relationship where things aren't quite as good as perhaps you'd like them to be, it may need to be addressed at this time. Now, there is also a full moon which occurs on a Friday. But this full moon feeds into a semi-sextile which goes on all this week between the Sun in Gemini and also Jupiter in Cancer. And Jupiter is still going to be influencing this full moon, which occurs in Sagittarius. And this is basically just saying to us that when it comes to communications, we need to be aware of having a sense of compassion, which comes from Jupiter in Cancer, a sense of spirituality, of not making too quick a decision about situations, and of course with Venus in opposition with Saturn, words may be said that people interpret as being insincere or harsh, when perhaps that's an accident, it's not intent. So we are being asked to keep an open mind and be flexible in our approach to communicating and not jump to conclusions. And by the very end of this week, as the Sun in Gemini forges a truly gorgeous link to the North Node in Libra, something to do with a creative vent in your situation can actually revive in a very positive way, but particularly if you've really invested lots of energy, time and commitment over a long period. It's been a real pleasure being with you. Thank you for joining me. Good luck and goodbye for now.